Alrighty, welcome everybody to week 4 of Red Bull Homeground, the Valorant New Zealand Qualifier. It's your boy Arashi back at it again, bringing you some good Valorant, which is of course not a normal thing on this channel, but it has been for the last couple of Tuesdays. And this is a big night, you know, it's a pretty important week this week. We will be deciding who the top 4 teams are going to be. So, definitely going to be hype. We're actually going to kick things off with a bit of a banger game for you. It's going to be What's Wong versus Focus GG. But we will be able to talk about that in just a little bit, because first, I just need to change that week for you, because guess what, people? We're moving on. Week 3 was last week, it's now week 4. Okay, we're ready to roll from here. So, from 8 PM, we'll get that first match going, but for now, I'm going to bring in my good friend Digsy K, who's been working with me over the last couple of weeks to cast these Valorant games for you. Big shout out, first of all, to the sponsors, Red Bull, of course, for making this event happen. It is the Red Bull Homeground, New Zealand Esports, and the New Zealand Esports Hyperfiber League. This event is, of course, in conjunction with them. Make sure you show New Zealand Esports some love there. Aegon by AOC. If you want to, if you're in the market for a new gaming monitor, Aegon has got your back for sure. And then not on the stream, but Logitech, also a partner of this event. Logitech mouse, Logitech webcam, pretty good stuff, okay? I can recommend it for sure. But I'm going to undeafen. And then basically whenever Digsy K is ready to jump in, then he'll jump in. But yeah, we're going to have 2 games for you. Not sure who the second game is going to be just yet. We haven't got that confirmed because we don't know who the matches are until after the first round is completed. But we are going to start with What's Wong, who are currently in this event 6-0, taking on Focus GG, who are currently 2nd place in the league. They are 5-1. So, will What's Wong be handed their very first loss, or will they secure their spot in the top 4? If they win this game, that's it. They're in. They can get the best possible position by winning both games tonight, of course. That would put them in the number 1 seed position. But if they lose one of the games and win the other, they'll still make it through to the top 4. But I mean, from what we've seen from What's Wong so far, probably going to be a tough match for Focus GG. However, haven't seen them play. We don't know what we're in for just yet. For anybody out there who is, of course, looking for some Valorant action, definitely get them to head over this way. I'm just posting up in all the channels where people need to go. But strap in, get your Red Bulls. Don't scull them back just yet. Just crack them open, take a sip perhaps. And we'll be ready to roll soon. Yo!
Check 1 2 1 2.
What is going on? What's going on, Digsy K? How's it going, man?
I am doing well. Bit of a good start to the day. Today we went to the gym. We had some good classes in school today. Went for a nap, woke up, had a bit of a panic because I did not know what time it was. Thank God when I checked the time, it was 7 o'clock and I had time to prepare for a lovely stream today. Was good, chat? Was good, Flightless Esports chat? Hope you're doing swell today.
Yeah, what's good over on the Digsy K chat side of things? Nobody's in my chat just yet. They're just rolling in, getting into those Red Bulls, I think. But it sounds like it's been a mostly good day for you there, Digsy K. So I'm happy to hear that. I think the night is going to be even better because, of course, the first match is going to be a banger.
It is indeed. Team What's Wong versus Focus GG. It is gonna be a vibe. Today we are going to be checking in on our some good old Valo trackers, just to see who are our boys, how our boys are doing well in terms of the past week. 7 days is quite a chunk. It can be a long time for some people. It can be a flash if you've been sleeping all week.
True. Well, I mean, hey, I do hope these teams have been practicing because, of course, this is a huge night for any of the teams in this event. we decide who the top 4 are going to be tonight. That's it. We're going to be finding out tonight who the top 4 teams will be heading into the double elimination bracket next Tuesday night. So that is going to be very, very exciting. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. We do see, of course, Watts Wong are in the top spot. They have not lost to anybody just yet. It hasn't happened. But tonight, it could happen. Focus GG, currently sitting at 5-1. If they can take out this game, I think that will give them a pretty surefire spot to make it into the top 4 as well. But hot on their tail, we have a couple of teams sitting at the 4-2 position. So 4 games won, 2 lost. We've got Onob, Visla, Shenanigans Shoot, Cheyenne, Boosted, and Feta73, all at 4-2 right now. And I think from there, that's probably the lineup that we're going to be pulling our top 4 from. But you never know, right? We never know how these matches are going to go. We're going to watch them all unfold, and we've probably got not long before we get into the first one. It is now 8 PM, so Watts Wong vs Focus GG will be coming up very soon.
Indeed, indeed. You never know what's going to happen with these games today. Sometimes when the go gets tough, the tough gets going, and definitely a lot of these teams are in a tough spot at the moment. They really want to win these 2 games today to possibly go for a clinch for that top 4 spots. We're only taking 4, which is not a lot considered for we just started it with, I believe, 21 teams for week 1.
That is correct. We started with 21. We will be going all the way down to the remaining 4 here tonight on the stream, so don't go anywhere. Whether you're watching over on Digsy K's channel, whether you're watching here on the Flightless Esports channel, strap in. It's going to be a very good night.
It is going to be indeed, and it's going to be like very. I wonder what the caliber would be today in terms of the games. It's one thing to see good Valorant and play in general. Whether you're gonna be in your game or in your bag is the question, though. Now that everything is pretty much high stakes, like it's very high stakes in terms of like a mental perspective. Like give us a insight on what that is like in the fighting game scene, Adachi.
I mean, yeah, when you get down to like, those last sort of remaining sets of players, I mean, the cream of the crop normally end up in the top 8. That's where we kind of be like, okay, this is where things are about to get crazy. And when you're sitting in that spot, especially if you're like, in the losers bracket, you could potentially be eliminated from the tournament. It can get you pretty frazzled. Like, it can definitely get you feeling that way. I know I've had experiences where I've been, top 8 losers side. I'm going up against a super strong player. I managed to take one game. I'm actually 2 rounds up in the last game, and then it all kind of falls apart. Which, it happens. You just gotta be like, okay, I'll get him next time. But if you're any of the teams tonight, and you're, thinking, well, maybe I can let this game go. You can't let that happen, because every single moment in these next couple of games is going to be, make or break for these teams. If you lose here, your chances to make it into the top 4 are effectively over. No matter what team you're in, you have to bring your A game and you have to stay focused. That's why you got to get on those Red Bulls. Make sure you got that Aegon monitor set up, and I do hope you also got that hyper fiber going. But nonetheless, people, we'll be getting into things very soon. We can say, so far, if you're looking at faceit.com, a few maps already been banned. These teams are not messing around.
Team Watts Wong versus Focus GG. We already see Lotus, Sunset, and Abyss getting banned. Looks like we're never going to be seeing any Abyss of this new map for this 4 weeks. We're left with Icebox, Ascent, Bind, and Haven. We're going to introduce the teams real quick. For Team Watts Wong, the games are the players are already finalized. Team Watts Wong has Watts Wong, Trident, Dasani, Dutty Boy, Kadiri, and JV. That's Team Watts Wong over there. And Focus GG, we have Blessed, we have Excess, we have Mashu, and Myth, and to wrap it all up, we have Bonobo.
Let's go,
Um,
Bonobo.
all right. Um, we are left with Icebox Ascent and Bind. I believe last week we've seen both Ascent and Bind as well for the couple weeks in the view of Team What's Wong.
I
Not too
really
sure if we're
enjoyed
going to
that
be
game
seeing the
on
same.
Icebox. I think that was a really
Oh
good
yeah,
game
and
as
Icebox
well.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Icebox was in there as well. We have yet to see a three-sided map here in the form of Haven. It could be interesting. I believe you haven't had that much experience in watching a game
No.
played in this map. That would be particularly good. Just to see like a good different scenery. For that one. Other than that, I don't mind another bind game, another ascent game, another icebox. Ooh,
Or
icebox
no
getting taken
Icebox. It's
out.
gone. It
Getting
is
taken out of the
gone.
map pool today. Team What's Wrong getting that 5 crucial minutes, and they banned Haven. It's gonna be down to Blind and Ascent once again. Any of these
Okay.
two maps you find is favorable so far in terms of like watching? You starting to like get the groove on in terms of like where people are going.
Yeah. I feel like Ascent was the one that was easiest to understand, which is a great thing because we can confirm that's where we're going. So, yeah, I think Ascent was definitely the easier one to understand out of the two, at least from my perspective. But, looks like we are about to get down to business here, people. We can confirm What's Wong versus Focus GG are going to be playing on Ascent. It is a best of one. It's it's your time to shine. You cannot afford to lose this here. If you are What's Wong, win this game, you've made it to the top 4, guaranteed. So it's a big game for them. Focus GG, win this game, you've practically made it to the top 4, guaranteed as well. There's actually, it's a huge game for both teams. So they can't afford to get complacent with the way that they're playing. They've got to be, really on the ball when it comes to any of the decisions that they make here. I can see in my chat right now we've got a couple of JV fans obviously ready to cheer on their boy, but I also just saw A Stables 27 come through with the follow, so big thank you for that. Hope you're enjoying the stream, and yeah, excited to get into it.
A Stables 27 gave me a follow as well. Shout out to them. Next for life, thank you for the follow as well. Sweet Angels, hello over there, and a lot of JV plus ones supporting their boy for Team What's Wrong. It is starting to get good here in the chat, and I am ready for this one. Indeed, we're just waiting for a couple people from either side. It looks like Focus GG going for the attacker side, and Team What's Wrong going for the defender's side. A couple people are still in the range, trying to get their games on, trying to get on lock, trying to get locked in before this game starts. It's pretty soon, but we're gonna have a look-see on how our boys are doing in terms of ranks nowadays. Team What's Wrong getting in ascended to Team Trident Dasani in the Immortal 3, rank away, just close to Radiant over there. Kadiri already in Radiant himself, Ascended 3 for your good old boy JV. And on the side of Focus GG, we have Blessed heading at already on Ascended 3, just a couple away more till Immortal. We got Sus Immortal 3, just a couple away, just a few games away towards that good old Radiant spot. The same thing can be said as well for Myth and Bonobo, already sitting comfortably in that Radiant tier with 796 RR.
Woo! He's powerful. That's a lot of
It is.
RR.
That is a lot of RR indeed. We are looking for a very heated matchup here for the boys of Focus GG versus Team What's Wrong. A lot of high ranking players across the board. Yeah, it's a far cry from what we've seen so far from week one, where it's a lot of like diamonds mixed with ascendants, and the highest sometimes that we see is immortal. Now that we're getting into the final games of the day, we are now seeing a whole lot of radiance and a whole lot of immortals coming into play here. It's gonna come down towards good team play here, because we know that in terms of soldiers, these are the ones that you definitely want on your team.
Ooh, I am very, very excited to be getting into this here. I mean, the caliber of players that we've seen, even over the last couple of weeks, has been, way up there. But when it comes to this match right now, like, we got to see the sheer force of What's Wong last time. I haven't been able to see Focus GG before, and I think every time I'm seeing like a new team come through that I haven't seen before, I'm able to experience kind of like more play styles, understand more of the strategy behind what these players are doing, and I think, overall, even though there's like a lot of things that I don't get just yet, there's also a lot I can pick up just from watching like a strong player come through, make a particular kind of play, and it's like, damn man, you get hype. You get absolutely hype. I think anybody who can watch this stream, no matter how much you know about Valorant, you can get excited for this match right here, especially knowing what's on the line for these players. There's a trip to Japan, an opportunity to represent New Zealand in a prestigious Valorant event. What's Wong have almost made it there. It's very, very important for them to be able to take out this game.
It's a very cushy spot for a team. What's Wong already? We're already getting some R's there in the lobby chat. MEC Studi for team What's Wong, representing the coaching side of team What's Wong themselves. We are just waiting for Team Focus GG to be able to give us that good R, and it looks like we're going to be on the way as well. But yeah, as I mentioned before, Team What's Wong definitely in a more comfortable spot now that they have already been in a so let's say like in the rank 1 in the standings. So I'm not sure if that guarantees them a spot just yet. They could lose 2 games here, and they'll be able to get knocked down a peg, hopefully. But by the looks of things, they're already in a comfy spot, which is gonna be probably challenging for their mental here. Just see if they can stay locked in. Just because you're rank 1 doesn't mean they can get knocked down real quick. We are now already here in the agent select. What's Wong already locking in that Omen JV. Yeah, boy, already locking in that Silva JV, my god. He is indeed gonna be playing like one today if he wants to keep that top 1 spot. Dirty boy on Jet. Trident Dasani locked in. Reina for this map, and last one, Kadiri locking in that Cypher. Excess locking in that Jet. Focus Bonobo here locking in for the Cypher. Bless locks at that Omen, and Myth locking in that KO. A lot
Oh,
of info
okay.
gatherers here. My Shoe locking it finally for Focus GG with that Sova. It's almost a mirror matchup here, in the form of these 2 teams. But Trident Dasani going for that Reina, and Myth going for that KO. It's once again a double duelist comp versus a double initiator comp.
That's
You
cool to
already know
see.
how
It's
it's
cool
gonna
to
go
see.
here.
Yeah, it's going to be a very exciting game. We know what we're in for here, but I'm very excited to see the KO gameplay coming out. It's a character I haven't seen too much of, besides when you were kind of showing me, like an agent I should sort of look into. KO was one that definitely kind of looked like a cool choice. But let's see how these players are able to use their agents here, even though it's a pretty similar lineup. That 1 point of difference, the Reina and the KO.
Caution.
Wonder how it's going to all go down. Here we are.
KO is going to be an interesting one for Team Focus GG here. He has a lot of suppression, which means like off the rip, you can throw that knife in to the side, and no abilities will be made.
Oh my goodness.
Myth
The
already
presence
getting
detected.
Jet and Sova. Not going to be using those abilities in a while, which means they already have
Whoa.
info. Dirty Boy gets
Amazing
sus.
from Dutty Boy. Instantly in there.
Already in here. My shoe is starting to get in towards that side, but gets knocked down by Kadiri. There, they already have sights on the spike. Kadiri
He's spotted.
gets flash. Is he gonna get in? Myth gets 2 down. Ooh, what a good spot here by Myth. Kadiri forced to go back in there. Retrieves the spike. He does it. Does he? No, what?
What's the wall bang?
Goes through the wall bang. Kadiri didn't stand a
Amazing.
chance there. We are now going to be on towards where What's Wrong. Bless finds What's Wrong. Omen goes down. 0.1 to Focus GG. Not a sight that we're used to seeing for the dominant team. What's Wrong? Looks like we're in for a good game here, Arashi.
Not at all. I think, dude, I saw the wall bang. I was like, okay, that's how we're going to play this game. This is going to be wild. Incredible play from Focus GG. They're definitely focused and preparing for a big GG, but that was only round 1. What is going to change here in round number 2?
Since we are already looking at a couple of rifles in the form of the Focus GG here. They're going to be running an eco here for the side of Team What's Wrong. Now that everything started just going slow here, they now know they're already starting to feel the pressure. Dutty Boy already securing the mid site here. It's Blessed starting to get poised. Already popped in that smoke for the mid side. Sus gets Dutty Boy. And JV now running towards that middle site to not trying to get that position going in. Sus getting that good pick towards the middle here. Now they're already poised to get into the site for B main here.
They're rushing on that B. It's going to be a big play coming in right now.
Sus getting in there. JV gets down Sus.
The dub.
And now going into it there. Kadiri gets 1, gets 2. What's Wrong? Getting my shoe. Getting a cushy spot here. And Thrifty JV reeling it back in for Team What's Wrong.
Just like that, eh? Yeah. JV, my goat. The JV fans are going to be popping off when they see that one.
Excess, no. Ooh, it could be a spicy takeover there. We have already been 2 rounds in, and I already see that it's already almost an even matchup here. It's going to be a good level of endurance here. If our boy JV is going to be rocking up against Excess today. 1-1 for both sides.
The attack is ready to make a play on the A side, though. Going to be a little bit scary over there. I do see, however, very bunched up Focus GG over on that side of things. Focus Blessed kind of off on his own right now, while the rest of the team
they're gonna have to go for a full rotate here, but first contact might be on the side of What's Wrong here in the form of Omen. Nothing yet. Oh, Dasani.
Here we go though. Dasani's in there. Goes to Blessed. It's taken out. Dutty Boy makes it work.
My shoe coming in towards here.
Another one down from Dasani.
Dasani!
1 enemy remaining.
Now down to Myth over here. He's gonna be fighting for his life in a 4v1. Backside of mid. Pops a flash. Sees no one but JV.
JV takes it out.
Sheriff versus a Guardian. JV takes it out. 2-1 for Team What's Wrong.
Yeah,
what
JV.
A fight there. The spike hasn't even been planted yet, and they're still going for that fight. The mid, that mid presence given by Team What's Wrong, definitely being able to give the sense of urgency for Team Focus GG over here. Someone's lagging
Yeah,
into the
somebody's
side
lagging.
of on the side of Team What's Wong here. Doesn't seem to stop them taking the lead. On 2-1 here.
Right here.
Looks like we're gonna have a technical pause here
Just
for
figuring it out.
that part. Yep, Kadiri getting that good PC. Restart possibly. Speaking of which, I believe we do have some sponsors on the PC side of things. Tell us more about that, Arashi.
Well, yeah, you know, it's not a brand that we
This
do
goes
see
there.
up on the board at the moment, but one of the
That
teams
goes there. Ah,
that
this is
are
a
part of
nice
this event are Logitech.
This goes
Pretty
there.
sir.
kind of like, you know, old guard when it comes to computer peripherals. They got some great stuff. Like I was saying before, I got that wireless mouse, I got that webcam, all from Logitech. So definitely proud to be supporting them. But Aegon by AOC, we see up on my screen right now, a very, very solid
My eyes are
monitor
dull.
brand.
Here.
So you can plan on one of those for the
Dasani.
best plays possible. But we're back in the game right now, people. Round 4. We're back in business.
Starting Dasani getting detected there by the suppression from KO. KO decides here to back out with Bonobo here. Myth and Bonobo gonna be this duo popping in over here. But on the mid side, we already have Dutty Boy with that outlaw. Trying to get some snipes going on. They might be able to see someone here.
Play. Dutty Boy's been spotted.
Getting tagged in here. Oh,
Sniper absolutely
A
scoped
little
with
bit-
location revealed.
a little bit of a messy fight there going on towards that mid. But What's Wrong gets my shoe.
My shoe is out.
Grabbing that one towards that A site. But now they're currently starting to rotate here on the B side. Bless leading the charge with 30 HP. Gonna be tricky
Setting
with
up for
that one.
something. He's in the
Excess.
smoke. Backs off.
30
Excess
seconds
getting
left.
a hold there of Dutty Boy. 30 seconds left here. Not a lot of time here for Focus GG. They're gonna have to commit to B site here. Knife going out in there. Detects nobody, but Kadiri
Snipe.
tucked in towards the boathouse. You might be able to see Excess here. It's a battle of the boathouse here.
10
goodness.
seconds left.
Oh, Focus GG.
One enemy
Already
remaining.
getting into plant in here. JV versus everyone. It's a 1v3 and no cigar. Team Focus GG ties up the score for 2-2.
Brought it back big time. Okay, we're 2-2 here in round 5. Great stuff that we've
A
seen so
lot of
far. There's the
JV
first plant
plus
coming in.
ones.
Yeah, JV. I got JV plus 1s, JV plus 3s. The mathematicians are back in the chat. We love to see it. However,
a lot
JV
of support
falls.
coming in for JV there.
He fell in that round, but I think he's going to get the spirit bomb from the chat. It's all going to come back to him now.
Towards that end. Yes, Spike did come down there, and as soon as they got that urgency going on, they started like just planting the spike and taking their positions here. Team What's Wrong on the edge here. This is a nail biter of a game so far. I am enjoying it to the max. Excess starting to get a hold of the one Cubby side in A up in here in 1. Definitely gonna pick out some spots here. If Team What's Wrong starts to push forward a bit, but Dutty Boy looks like he's gonna get someone here. A good view, but he gets Dutty Boy getting myth.
Myth's out. That's why he's
It's
making
out
some
of that
big
one.
plays with the operator.
Whoa. Bonobo getting one-on-ones here, going for that 50-50 against JV. Gets tagged by the shock dart. That smoke is gonna get him out of there. Might be able to pick up the spike here for the side of Focus GG.
They're gonna move.
You might
Try
not
the
want to
Sonic
go there
spots him.
towards that middle because
30
Dutty Boy
seconds
has
left.
an up.
Spike down mid.
Oh
Ooh.
my goodness. Blessed is in a pretty bad
One
position
enemy
right now, I must
remaining.
say. However, can he make the play here? Sitting in the middle of that catwalk. 4
He
members
knows there's
of
an op over there guarding
Wrong?
the spike. He needs to at least get safe here if he wants to save it. His rifle,
Can't do
Kadiri,
it.
says no guns for you next round and takes down Blessed 3-2
Get him
for
out
the
of here.
side of Team What's Wrong. Ooh, what a good pick there by Dutty Boy with that op. Started it off very clean there. And once he decided to just like pick one, he picks another. And now that the spike is now exposed and not planted, they just all you have to do is just guard it. And now that it's just a matter of just like picking up whoever picks up that spike. A good play there from team What's Wong. Dirty Boy getting that good luck in the form of the op.
Yeah, I mean, we love to see it. Yeah, so far in this game, it's been kind of, you know, they're fighting tooth and nail. We're trading rounds at the moment. But, oh my god, Dirty Boy! The reactions from
Dirty Boy
this
gets
player.
sus. Meanwhile, Myth
Something big is happening over there.
For a site. What a war zone here. Spikes have been planted yet because Dirty Boy gets up, but
Once again, Dirty Boy,
Shoe,
oh my goodness.
Shoe didn't get there in the end. Getting picked off one by one. You can see that trail of X's there not too long ago from the mid side towards A site. Focus GG getting picked off one by one until the last one in the form of My Shoe. A lot of good plays here going around here. A lot of good game sense in terms of where everyone's going to be. Everyone's getting picked off here for Focus GG.
No, it's not even just like the strategy coming through, but the reactions have been absolutely on point from, well, particularly from What's Wong. The stuff that I've been seeing so far, Trident Asani spotting somebody like right in the gap in a doorway, it was ridiculous. But What's Wong and Kadiri, stars of the show here in this round so far, taken out.
22 already.
Okay,
Bless already get tagged to 20 HP. Dasani takes him down.
Tried to escape. Dasani says, "Not today, blessed. You have not been blessed when it comes to this round right now." Let's see how we go.
Already here at B site with the spike. Excess going down. Looks like he's going to be the only one here.
Bonobo only.
But little did he know, JV is waiting out there for him.
Oh, no.
With the team ace. Bonobo showing his presence there at B site over there with that one shot, but JV already armed and ready to snipe down Bonobo there. 5-2.
Like I'm saying, man, the reactions. It's just been
we're already starting
absolutely
to see. We're already starting to see a good amount of rounds edging out towards this game. Already a 3-round difference for Team What's Wong. Focus GG might want to have to get some lock-in situations in their games here for this round. Myth.
The mid-ground is not a place you want to be right now if you're from Focus GG, I'm telling you that. We got 3 members of Team What's Wong ready to kill. Blessed, however, takes out Trident Dasani.
Dirty Boy getting out of there.
No, JV, no. There goes
Dirty Boy
Exus.
getting down by a lot of utils there. Now it's a 3v. Oh, now it's a 2v4. Oh, 1v4 now.
1v4, yeah.
Kadiri. Now it's the only one here. He might be able to see someone pop out of spawn here. No, not really. It looks like he's going to be having to save his rifle here.
If he can bring back this round, he is a true god of the game, I'm telling you right now. It's going to be a tough one.
Here's that one.
I think he's been spotted.
Getting detected by the knife there. Blessed. Gets first contact. Excess.
Not going to happen today.
Getting that assist there for Bless to take it all down here.
It's okay, we're bringing it back. Focus GG gets another round. We're heading into round 9, trailing by 2 here.
We're getting some requests in the chat here. You might have to turn up your mic a bit. They're currently just I'm not too sure. You're currently very quiet. I think I had to turn you up here. On my Discord,
perhaps.
Here.
All good. We'll see how we go. I think Dixie K left. Oh no, we're back again.
Oh, I'm back here. I'm back. I'll turn you up here.
All good.
Well,
thank you for that, Dixie K. Now everybody knows what I'm talking about. We're back in business. Big plays coming to the B side right now. Oh my goodness. What's Wong is gone.
Let's taking down What's Wrong here. What a good start for. Ooh, what a good start for Focus GG here. Now they're already poised to get planting on the
Spike planted.
B site.
Warzone right
Spike's
now.
already planted.
I think Dasani has been spotted. Tries to take out Blessed. Shit, Dutty Boy
Oh,
is out of there.
Excess gets down Dutty Boy over here. Now it's a 4v4, 3v4. JV gets Excess down.
Picks off
3v3 now.
Scanning ahead.
Kadiri gets at the good spot, but
Oh
goes down.
my goodness.
Focus already there. They had some good angles going on in there. They had no choice but to enter the site without information there. Had to rely on their reflexes there, but now MEC Studi starting to get that timeouts in
Oh.
for Team What's Wrong. A good strat to actually get the momentum back in their favor here. Focus GG getting 2 rounds consecutively after that 5-2 lead from Team What's Wrong. I
Wild
wonder what
stuff
they're gonna
here.
be.
I mean,
I wonder what their strat is going to be this time. I'm not sure what happened towards that last round. I was like fixing up my stuff here, but
yeah.
um, looks like not a lot of mid presence shown towards Focus GG. They just went in straight away. And Datiboy could probably like not find anyone towards that mid site. I can only go through like 6 throughout speculations here, but it's gonna be a whole lot now. Hopefully, timeouts go well here. If your team wants Wong, MEC Studi putting his foot down there. Now it looks like Focus GG are poised to show some presence at the A site here. Trident Dasani might be able to have first contact here in the form of Excess. He does see some.
Boom.
Gets one on Excess.
Nicely done. Tried
Now-
Dasani. Taking him out.
It's just a good spot here. If you are Team What's Wrong, they now know they at least have 2 towards the site of A, but Bonobo might also be looking to show his presence here towards that mid side. Focus getting mid control here. They now know that there is no one towards mid side. It's eliminating that part over there. But
Dasani,
Dasani stand
but
his ground.
Blessed. Hold on. Takes out 2 just like that. What's Wong finds himself a little bit scared here. It looks like they're ready to make a big play, but Blessed is down. Catching him out.
Ooh, What's Wrong getting in that spot here. Dutty Boy gets Bonobo, and now it's only Maishu
planted.
left. It's a 1v3. If you're Focus GG here, you're blind, but What's Wrong? Using that effective blind against Maishu there, giving him no chance to see anyone going down from rafters.
It is over.
A heavenly play there. And another point for Team What's Wrong, 6-4.
If you're not a good shot today, don't worry.
JV.
There are other ways to be useful.
Taking something out on What's Wong there. I'm not sure. Was that a sign of respect or frustration? But nonetheless, they managed to get that round with 6-4 now. After the timeout, you'd have to think with a timeout like that that perhaps something is getting to What's Wong here. This match has been very close and intense so far, but they're back in the lead by 2. Let's see what happens here in round 11.
It looks like Team What's Wrong decided to anchor these sites a bit better now. They just had to like trust their aim towards here. Trident Dasani getting already one, relaying that information on where Focus GG are. And ever since then, the round just played out. It's now just like get some pick games in towards there. Trident Dasani popping in his ult there. Gonna be a huge advantage getting in towards this round. Overload from KO, from Myth, starting to like pop off. Focus GG takes down 2 from Team What's Wrong here. A good rush play going from Focus GG here. JV gets one in the
out.
form of Bonobo.
I cannot use
Excess might have first contact here under the people up here in heaven. It's all on these people now. Dutty Boy going in.
Excess
But
takes out
Excess-
Dusty Boy. It's all up to JV. Gets one. Excess is down. Oh,
Myth getting that pick for
Last round before
J
the
from
switch.
JV. We're in here for the last round before the switch. It's still close. What's Wong getting one round for a 1 round difference against Focus GG here. Last round before the switch, and now we're rocking some ops here. My shoe has that Odin. I wonder what he's gonna be doing with that. Couple of rifles here. Both teams have ops here. I'm gonna
The big
wonder
guns
what
coming out.
is gonna be the plan here.
okay.
Dutty Boy getting some info here for
JV spots them.
for What's
Takes some
Wong.
shots.
Scanning ahead.
Shins Focus Bonobo already heading the charge here for the site of B. It's gonna be a B side attack here. Waiting for everybody. Kadiri.
Well, they know he's
going
over there. JV's
in.
out. What's Wong also out of there?
Excess gets 2. Now they know it's gonna be a good B-side rush here. Kadiri leading the charge here from
Open
the
but
backside.
Trident Dasani makes it through. Okay, they have been all spotted right now. The bomb is in play. The spike perhaps, but let's see. Can What's Wong bring this
West-
one back?
Less than Bonobo starting to get a hold of main.
Player standing.
Ooh, Myth gets 1, gets 2, and gets the round 6-6.
Switch
We're
on.
actually
halfway
tied.
here.
Crazy
This is
game
a
so far.
Close game.
This is the closest
Oh.
one we've seen so far out of the matches that we've covered. I don't think we have seen the match be at a stalemate at this point of the game across any of the matches we've seen so far. But we're now into round 13. We're swapping sides. What are you thinking at the moment, DZK? What are you thinking? How this
Huge
next
nail-
thing is going to go?
Huge nail biter here so far. It could go one way or another. Team Wants Wong gonna be getting tested towards this attack. Now it's going to be tricky a little bit. They
into
seem
the
to
unknown.
have to be deciding to go towards B side here for Team Wants Wong. Let's see if things are about to happen. Double duelist comp gonna have to come into play here, but Dutty Boy and the rest of Team Wants Wong looks like getting suppressed here. They now know that some members
Here.
are here at B site, triggering the rotate from Kadiri here. We'll have to see if Focus Bonobo gets any info. Kadiri getting mid control here, just all by himself, getting all that info. Trying to look for where the rest of Focus GG are. It's a bit of a slow here for a pistol round, but a lot of shots trading back and forth here for Trident Dasani and Dutty Boy.
Oh no, they've been
Still
spotted.
showing presence on B. Kadiri is still going in here. Way too deep into garden. He might see my
The
shoe.
headshot! Oh my goodness, Kadiri with the accuracy of an absolute beast, but taking on Focus Bonobo. It's gonna happen. He gets
30
him!
seconds left.
JV
Okay.
knocked down by getting Bonobo down. Now it's triggering a rotate from Focus GG here. Bless gets tagged, but CJV didn't get to kill him. What's Wong takes Bless down. It's now 2v4 here. Exus down to 29 HP here. And blinded. Kadiri has the advantage here in terms of the
One
sight.
enemy remaining.
Trident Dasani gets Myth down.
Not
And
gonna
What's
happen.
Wong takes down Exus for the round 7-6. What's Wong in the lead.
The back in business, people. Swapping sides. Looks like this may be where they want to be right now, of course. 7 and 6.
Showing some showing some presence here in the form of Dutty Boy and Trident Dasani, trying to get the focus GG boys into one side before attacking another Kadiri with a good John Wick-esque recon here, trying to get one or couple for What's Wrong here.
Yeah, I
Now
think that was a
they're-
pretty
what's wrong-
patient round, right? Like, you know, they spent their time just really carefully calculating how they were going to approach the other team. And it paid off. They got the plant, they forced the other team to go aggressive, and Focus GG paid the price.
A lot of good moments there. Not what you'd see in a good old pistol round. Usually it's gonna be like a war zone here, trying to get one edge over the other. What's Wong getting some drones in here? 3 people from Focus GG. Now 4 people from Focus GG. Knows what's happening here. 1 for 1. What a good
JB.
trade here. What's Wong gets blessed down. It's now a 3v3.
Spike
Ooh,
planted.
Kadiri gets down Bonobo here. Only 2 left. What's Wong has the edge here.
Very similar situation to before. We got the suppression going on from Myth. But what is going to happen here, because Dutty Boy is primed and ready to take out the remaining 8 HP on the side of
One
My
enemy
Shoe.
remaining.
Trying to shoot into the smoke. He's in a compromised position right now. He's dead. Don't even need to see him.
What's Wong? What's Wong going for that jump and getting My Shoe down, trying to locate on where they currently are, but it looks like we're getting some requests here for some good old jet entries.
Ooh. Okay, okay.
We'll try. It looks like we're gonna be having a jet off here for this round. For this particular one, for you, Ziri, I got you. It's gonna be an XS versus Dutty Boy matchup here. Looks like it's gonna be that way too.
It actually does.
They're gonna be both here. MC Boys for the mid. XS.
Kadiri's
someone
already
down.
out.
Bonobo going.
Bonobo.
Bonobo getting down Kadiri.
Okay.
Towards this side here. I'm in here for Dutty Boy right now. Getting that smoke play out. Dashes in. He sees someone. Woo! JV getting down Bliss. Here.
Revealing area.
Now it's XS going towards. Oh, XS going down. It's a 1v1. Oh, it's a 2v1.
1v2.
One here.
Oh no!
Oh! What's Wrong going down there in the end? Ooh, it's still pretty close. 8-7. What's Wrong getting that 1 round lead, but Focus GG not too far behind. You need 13 points here to win the game, but if you only have a 1 round difference, we are going towards overtime here. Is it one of these games where you're going to be witnessing an overtime? Is this going to be your first overtime to witness, Arashi?
Well, mind you, I think there was a very, very close match that we saw earlier on in the Red Bull Homeground event, but I think a timeout, a sort of tied battle between these 2 players is certainly something I think could be on the cards, and I'd love to see it. I think this has been a great match so far.
Ooh, Dutty Boy getting down excess here. 1 jet down for Focus
Already.
GG. Their duelist now already down here.
Take flight.
Trying to Dasani. Getting a spot on that drone. They now know where they both are. Possibly. Oh, Maishu gets down Dutty Boy in the form of an Odin. Now a 3v4
Right
here. For Focus GG.
Shot dart.
Focus Myth is in a bad spot. Perhaps. Trying to
Trying
look
to
at the wrong way. Very carefully. Oh my god, what a play.
Not like this.
The patience,
Good
just the
spot
wait.
there for Myth. And it was a good plan too. You might have to wait there. You might be able to get a couple more, but try to Dasani will do.
Just lined up
you.
the shot, let it rock.
30
Nicely done.
seconds left.
We are now 3v3 though. Plant hasn't been made.
Not
My
ready.
shoe, 40 HP.
What's
Here comes
wrong?
the plant
Going
though.
down for Bonobo.
Planted.
Last player standing.
That's a good shot here to get JV. It's gonna be an 8-8.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
What a good play there for Focus GG, taking down Sus first, getting one duelist down. But even with one duelist down, get all the info you need, playing patience game. Myth getting that pick for Trident Dasani. Now Team What's-Wong has no duelists to go by, and it's now going to be a battle of the supports here. Team Focus GG edges out that one. Now we're tied.
Amazing stuff. I mean, hey, we know what's on the line when it comes to this game, and these players are absolutely pushing it to the limits. We're 8-8 here in round 17. Let's see how this one goes. Looks like they're more focused towards the B side this time.
Maishu, they now know that Maishu is already there with his Odin poised at B site here. Let's see if they find out that Bonobo is going to be in that side of L, getting located. A lot of Guardian shots going in. It's going to be a wild ride here for Team What's-Wong.
Just like that.
GG gets him down. Bonobo for the 3K. Last one, Kadiri with that one good gun here in the form of a Guardian. They know where they are. They know he's there in that corner there.
Just trying to line up the shot. The smoke's in the way, but now it's going to be a very scary position. Kadiri, he's not going to escape that one.
Ooh.
Flawless victory. Focus GG in the lead.
Bonobo with that official 4K in there. That's how you work a cipher. You take that, you take them down, anchor your side properly. Ooh, triggering
Once again.
time out for Team What's-Wong. For the first time in this game, Focus GG edging one out for their team here against Team What's-Wong. I've never seen Team What's-Wong being put down in the ropes here. It's such a close battle. And again, Dutty Boy dashing in to one of Cypher's trips, getting one down and starting to pick off his team here when they decided to commit. And for the rush, what a class defensive play there for Focus GG. And triggering the retake and the rotates for Focus GG. Now it's just gonna be a numbers game there. Kadiri didn't stand a chance there for him to take that site alone. And now 17 seconds towards this half.
That goes there.
Absolutely
double
wild stuff here. Yeah, 8-9.
For a double duelist comp on the attack
Let's
side,
go.
it seems that Team What's-Wong are in the ropes here, struggling a little bit. We'll have to see if that timeout helps them in terms of getting that one. Kadiri already located for the Silver Dart here. They now know that one of them at least is in here. Dutty Boy getting secure sights of the mid. A little callback there from their previous one here. We'll see if he gets some picks here. They know what is going on though, but
Nexus
Excess
takes out Dutty Boy.
Ooh, already has an op here. What a risky one, but a worth it one for Focus GG. JV getting in for Tree here. It's gonna get smoked out. It's gonna leave him one part. Only gonna be decided to go here towards A side, but he's gonna go in towards the trap of Focus Bonobo here in the form of sights
Found.
and the traps here.
Big plays happening in the garden.
JV.
Maishu going for it. Shooting into nothingness.
JV gets
JV
one.
takes him out.
JV gets one. Myth here, whining for his life. Hits
There we
on
go, another one from
Maishu.
JV.
Spike down A.
Ooh, getting mid priority there. They're gonna have to pick up the spike here, but it's a 2v3. It's a guaranteed plant
One
here.
enemy remaining.
Trying to decide to get down excess.
Nicely done.
And Kadiri for the flank. Ooh, that's how you do it. Now it's a 9-9. That timeout definitely helping Team What's-Wong there. Shout out to MEC Stooge.
This goes here.
Getting mid presence towards Dutty Boy. Even though going down towards Excess with that op.
This
Now
is a
Focus
nice
GG
spot.
does not have
That goes
an
there.
op in play here. Ooh, it looks like they still do. They're gonna be force buying here. Another op. Excess really believing in those skills there.
Okay, we're very
Already
focused
waiting.
on A side this time, though.
Oh, Excess prepared for another mid fight, but no. Dutty Boy are already rushing.
They're going
And
ham. They're going
they
absolutely
take
ham.
down mid. Oh my gosh. My shoe gonna have to drone here to see where the others are gonna be poised. Kadiri takes down Bonobo.
Takes him out of there. List coming through.
What's
the door
wrong?
is closing on him. He's going to have to go around another way. JV going to pop that spike.
Spike down.
JB
Play
going
them
down
from List.
towards Bless on that side. 3v3. We'll have to see if Kadiri puts in a good play here. Dutty Boy trying to locate the others. It's gonna be a Rafters play here. We'll have to see if he gets spotted. He does get spotted, and towards
Oh
the
my
end, My Shoe gets him down. What's
Swan gonna go
wrong?
for the plant.
Committed towards the plant here.
Spike
Kadiri, you're the only hope here to get these players up of Rafters here. Exus popping up that Bladestorm ultimate.
Last player standing.
Oh, gets Kadiri down. And last one for What's Wrong. Didn't stand a chance there. As soon as Kadiri goes down, he was alone in hell. Right there. Trying to defend his life
9-10.
there. 9-10. Again, Focus GG. The patience play coming into fruition here. What's Wrong on the ropes here, which is not a usual sight we saw from last week.
No, not at all. From any of the games we've seen from What's Wrong, they were kind of the ones in the lead for the predominant part of each match, but this time it has been neck and neck, and Focus GG again have pulled into the lead. Exus, one of the stars of the show here when it comes to the Jet mirror match. He's been able to take out Dutty Boy quite a few times. However, let's see how that goes here in this round, because Dutty Boy's already out. Bonobo!
What a good
Catch
one
him
for
again.
Bonobo there, getting a good hold for one of the mid spots there. They detected that someone's going to be rotating at mid in the form of Dutty Boy. Now, Exus getting tried to Dasani. Two duelists down for Team What's Wrong here. It's going to be a nail biter here. What's Wrong having the spike here. Not has gone for the plant yet because they need the numbers here, but Bless gets Kadiri down. It's now a
Enemy
2v5.
remaining.
What's Wrong going down from Myth,
Down A.
and it's now
Goodness.
just JV with a Sheriff. Trying to
Yeah,
look
he's
towards-
shaking in his boots.
He's trying to look for flank. He's trying to look at flank here, hoping he doesn't get caught out, but Focus GG. Ugh,
He
gonna snipe him
does.
down, gonna hunt him down. Exus takes out JV 11-9 now.
Absolutely killing
For
it. They are
Focus
2
GG.
rounds away. Oh
2
my
rounds away
goodness.
here. Team What's Wrong starting to get closer and closer to their first loss here towards the tournament. Focus GG. If they keep this up, that actually might happen. But What's Wrong here? Getting a bit caught out here from the mid site. We'll have to see if Dutty Boy and the boys get to pull it off once again. JV.
I noticed
Time
like
to get
a
your
lot
fans
more
out
aggression
here.
coming through from What's Wrong. They are kind of like forcing the plays a lot of the time here when it comes to these latter rounds, but it hasn't really been working out super well. Focus GG been able to pull ahead because of it. They have just positioning
Dutty
themselves
Boy.
amazingly. Exus gets the
Whoa.
snipe on Dutty Boy. Get him out of there.
Oh, getting around here. Now it's now left to the rest of the boys here. JV leading the charge. Getting some trips down. Gonna start that recon soon. They know that there is presence up in heaven here. Trying to decide, he pops up his ult.
Spike
We'll have to
planted.
see if they are gonna be here. Blinded on the form of JV. Gets down towards the flesh. Drasani taken down.
Out for
What's
the
wrong?
smoke, 2v3, but it's now a 1v3 situation. Kadiri spots Bonobo, takes him out from long range. The defuse coming through. Can he stop it? No, he cannot. It's going to be 9-12. Oh,
Shoe getting a 3K from that Odin there. Team What's Wong starting to get red here.
Match
A
point.
little
more,
bit,
it's
and now
match
we're
point.
match point for Focus GG here. Looks like it's gonna be tricky for this one. If you're a huge fan, if you're a huge JB fan, you are going to hope that the boys rally it in together to trigger an overtime for Team What's Wong here.
It has
The
been three
walls
straight from Focus GG. We're going to play in the mid lane right now. This is backing off.
It's mid, starting to get good focus here from Team What's Wong, trying to get out that snipes. Excess.
At least the charge takes up my shoe.
Shoe's down. They're good.
He's out of there,
What's
Dutty boy.
Wong? What's Wong poised to get some good picks here. He might be able to see Myth. Gets Myth here. Just gets one. Bless takes him down though. And it's Bless just remaining. Dutty boy and the rest of the attacking
Spike
side
planted.
getting down. Players of Focus GG here. It's a good old hope here. If you're Blessed, it's gonna be nerve-wracking for you. He gets detected. Gonna have to pull back here. Jay
Spike is
and
in
Dutty
play.
boy. Dutty boy might be able to get the flank here.
Position with the smoke.
Ooh, gets tagged. Try to
Not doing
Dasani, gets Team Ace for Team What's Wong.
As much as this world
Gonna need
hurts,
2 more rounds.
it's mine, and I will
Gonna need
kill
2 more rounds for Team What's Wong to trigger an overtime. Looks like they are starting to get that groove back.
This goes here.
However,
Hello,
it could
Magneto.
still all fall apart here. I mean, it is still match
That
point
goes there.
on the cards for Focus GG. If they can take this round, it is over. But good stuff from What's Wong being able to clutch up there after dropping 3 rounds straight. What's going to happen? Round 23.
They're looking to take mid towards here, but this time Focus GG prepared for it. Not giving an inch towards Team What's Wong here. Mid presence really known, but Dutty boy deep in here.
Oh,
Ooh, Excess gets the
Exus. A great beginning to this round, but What's Wong also out of there. It is 3v5. Focus GG.
Oh,
Take out 3 more and it's over.
ooh. Attacker side looking dire here for Team What's Wong. Excess gets
Exus
another
again.
in the form of Trident Dasani. It's now a 2v5. Bomb hasn't been planted yet. Dutty boy Wade back into mid. Going towards A. JV with the spike. Carrying the team's hopes and dreams here to get a full win record. Will it be to fruition here? He knows
She spotted. JV gets him.
Gets one. Dutty boy.
Last player standing.
Oh
30
no.
Gets down JV. It's now just Dutty boy
That's gonna be it.
and Exus.
Defenders win.
Wow. Team What's Wong getting their first loss here. Massive shout out to Focus GG 13-10. Whew. That is one heck of a game of a set there, Arashi.
Incredible, incredible stuff. That's it, people. No team is going through this event undefeated. It is going to be a dub in the bag for Focus GG, now getting themselves to a 6-1 position alongside What's Wong here. And from looking at the scores, we can't really say for sure who is going to be moving on to the top 4. We have got 2 teams in a 6-1 position. We have got 3 teams in a 5-2 position. It's hard to say. I'm trying to do the maths in my head. That's what's exciting me right now. But that game was incredible. Massively well done from the players on the side of Focus GG. I think Exus, Focus Blessed, stars of the show absolutely there. But JV had all the support in the crowd. Of course, just couldn't quite get there in the end, unfortunately. However, great game between both players.
Team What's Wong and Focus GG definitely guaranteed the top 2 spots here. So Team Vizsla and Team Onob and Team Feta are in the running for those top 4 spots. Depends on who wins or loses here. But again, Team What's Wrong getting and finally getting their first loss here in the tournament so far. Focus GG going well and poised. Going um definitely patient with their plays here. Getting What's Wrong in their backs here. It was a close game to begin with. What's Wrong starting to like edge out round after round. I think at one point it was a 3-round difference, but Focus GG definitely focused up and take out the game for themselves here. It was a nail biter, that game.
Yeah, they were just trading round for round for round, but then at one point Focus GG were able to just pull ahead and sort of keep themselves there for the remainder of the match. I think, you know, it was a pretty incredible performance to see. You know, heading into a match where you know one team has not lost to anybody. I mean, they definitely were able to hold their ground there, 10-13. We almost were able to get to that overtime spot, but yeah, massively well done to both teams there. Now it's time to sort of wait and see as to who the next match will be that we get to stream, because, you know, we can kind of say, from looking at the teams on the board right now, we have 5 teams that we could say, you know, will be fighting it out for top 4. What's Wong and Focus GG both with a 6-1. Team Onob, Team Vizsla, and Team Feta 73 all sitting at 5-2. So that is pretty scary stuff for those teams. I think I'd like to see one of the matches from those teams heading into the next round, but we'll have to see how we go.
A lot can happen here, because if you are one of these teams that takes down either Team What's Wrong or Focus GG, you might be able to edge out another top 4 spot, triggering possibly a good tiebreaker here for one of these teams. For the teams that are currently in 4-3 position, probably like Team Hungry Seekers, Changarang, Boosted, Shenanigans Shoot, and Team Cheyenne, some Damon ones in there. They possibly can be able to play spoiler here for these teams that are gunning for these top 4 positions, and actually might be able to trigger a another tiebreaker for these games here. A lot of these things can happen. Nothing's guaranteed. Now that Team What's Wrong gets their first loss in the tournament so far, like I said, it is a nail biter. It's a lot of things can swing one way or another. It definitely has been the case here, and I am dying to see what our next game is going to be. I am also dying to see which team will edge out the competition here. HKCO winning on a bye here, but Team Cryptos losing to Team Nice
10-13 as well. That was a nail biter.
That was a nail biter too. Damon Ones definitely showing their demon side against Team Traffical 13-3. Beta 73 13-1 for Team Boosted. Cheyenne losing to Vizsla here 4-13. We are currently on University of Waikato Valorante. Currently battling Team Ayashi. Jacob JG battling Team Salty at the moment. We've already seen What's Wrong losing to Focus GG in a nail-biter round of 10-3. Team Onob shuts down Shenanigans Shoot in a 13-2. And Team Shangarang here winning by default, and so is Hungry Seekers winning by default as well. And now we're left in the standings, only 2 teams on the score of 6-1s, 3 on 5-2, 4 3s all across the board in the form of Damon One, Team Cheyenne, Shenanigans Shoot, Boosted, Shangarang, and Hungry Seekers. The rest of the board is 3 4 there. All of these games are currently running at the moment, but
Looks like we
looks
finished up.
like
The round's over. We got those last couple of results in.
Ooh.
It looks like there was some, well, we see 1 and 0 there. Snow Blue Chub taking out Team Nice. I think we already saw that one. Hold on. Looking at today's results. Team Archie getting the 1-0 over University of Waikato Valorante, and Team Jacob JG getting the 1-0 over Team Zero Salty Zero.
Ooh. Which leaves us towards these standings here. Might change. Not much changing apart from the top 10 teams here. Hungry Seekers on the top 11. Team Shangarang at number 10. Boosted at number 9. Shyam at number 8. Shenanigan Shoot at rank 10. Damon Ones on top 6. Fada 73 on top 5. Vizsla rounds out top 4. Onob on top 3. Focus GG on top 2. And top 1 is our boys from Team What's Wong. Woo! Still, the
Alrighty.
streak is over for Team What's Wong here. Focus GG. What a game there. Are we going to be seeing more of these games pretty soon?
We'll definitely be
Who you
seeing
got lined
a
up?
game soon. We gotta wait and see what actual matchups are gonna come through. Looks like they have just come out. So, Team Cryptos have finished up the series. They get a 1-0 by victory. We've got Boosted versus HKCO. Team Larryton versus Team Graphical. Snowblue Chub versus Jacob JG. Shenanigan Shoot versus Hungry Seekers. We've got Focus GG versus Shyam. Onob versus Vizsla. What's Wong versus Feta 73. Archie versus Team Nice. And Damon 1S versus Team Changarang 13.
Another tough matchup for Team What's Wong here in the form of Team Feta 73. If you're Focus GG, you're a bit of in luck. Team Cheyenne, for the team that we've been following for the past few weeks, getting a hard matchup in the form of Focus GG here, especially if you're in the standings. Just based on the standings so far, a top 8 battling a rank 2 team that's currently in the standings so far, while Team What's Wong battling one of the top 5s of the tournament so far. Team Feta 73 sitting at 5-2 here. If Team 73 gets a win here, their chances of getting into the top 4 are still alive here. If I'm correct here, Team Cheyenne looks like they're gonna be playing spoiler here for Team Focus GG, giving them their loss. If Team Cheyenne wins here, they're gonna have to trigger a tiebreaker somehow for these top 4 spots. A lot on the line here for Focus GG and Team What's Wong in particular here. We'll check out the matchup for Team Onog here and Team Vizsla to see what their chances are in terms of their matchups here. I believe Team Vizsla is up against Team Onob. Ooh, that's interesting because the rank 3 and rank 4 are gonna be gunning for each other's spots here. We are getting into a game pretty soon.
Very soon, in fact, I can confirm we are going to have Team Onob versus Team Vizsla for this one.
Oh my. Rank 3 versus rank 4 for Red Bull home ground here. Chat, if you're still with me here, thank you for watching. Magneto, shout out to you. One of the boys, another one of the boys from the fighting game scene saying hello to me here.
Oh, let's go.
How's your chat doing over there?
Over on my side, I think everybody is kind of reeling after seeing the loss of JV. Unfortunately, they're kind of all just hanging back at the moment, but definitely we're all ready to get into this next match here, which, of course, between these two teams, Onob and Vissla, they are 5-2 right now. One team will be guaranteed to make it into the top spot, I believe, into that top 4 position, but excited to see how it all goes down. I believe this match right here is a qualifier for top 4. You lose this one, that's it, you're out. So it's going to be a banger of a matchup.
Starting that one. Just gonna be having a look at the players in the side of Team Onob here. Oh, I just gotta follow Onob. Shout out for the follow here. Good luck on your game today. We will be watching you very closely here. Hope you guys are gonna be ready for this final one here. It's gonna be a final one for the day. This looks like it's gonna be our final for week 4. How you feeling over there, Arashi?
I am feeling fantastic. I just muted my mic to take a bit of a snack because I am hungry for some more Valorant action here. This is going to be the last game that we cover from the Swiss bracket for Red Bull Homeground. I'm definitely excited to get into it. Team Onob versus Team Vissla, two teams that we have not seen on our streams before, so definitely keen to see how this one all goes down. Like I was saying before, both teams currently sitting at 5-2 in the standings. Win this one, your record goes up to 6-2, you make it into the top 4. Lose this, I believe your chances are over.
It could also all depends on what happens to the rest of the bracket so far. Will the ones that are not officially made to top 4, will they be able to play spoiler for the dreams of the one who are gunning for those top 4 spots? It's going to be tricky towards that, but we're going to have a look at Team Onob here. Endless Passion sitting at Immortal 3, peak rating Radiant here. In terms of agents, a lot of Jet plays here. He might be our duelists here. On the side of Benny D, currently Radiant, peak rating Radiant here. A lot of omens in regards towards his play here. He might be this team's, he's definitely going to be this team's controller. On the side of Aiden here, Immortal 3, peak rate Immortal 3 as well. A lot of Killjoys, a lot of Cyphers, a lot of Chambers. He will be this team's Sentinel in the form of casts. Currently Immortal 2, peak rate Immortal 3 in terms of the agent pool here. He might be the flex player here with almost 11 hours on clove here. Probably their second controller or their second support player in the form of another initiator towards that one. And to round out the rest of the gang here, we have Zout, peak rating at Radiant and currently Ascended 3. Might be another flex player here. Probably going to be another initiator or another controller here.
Hold on, though. Abyss.
Oh, I see something interesting, and I see it indeed. Arashi, welcome to your first game in Abyss, my friend.
Yes!
You are in for a treat.
Looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. Okay.
I am currently just starting to scope out the rest of the team here in terms of Team Vissla, starting off with Vissla over here. Now, no profile found. Looks like we're gonna have to go towards Water 92. Such a long game here. I'm gonna have to call him Kiao here in his last few names here. It's kind of like a really long name, but he is currently at a peak rating of Radiant and currently Immortal 3. I probably just gonna be calling him Kia for the sake of syllable time.
I think that works.
Yeah, I will probably have to call him Kia here. I am not a rap god, unfortunately, but Kia will have to do. He will probably be this team's duelist as well in terms of agent. A lot of Phoenix, a lot of Reynas, a lot of Jets, a lot of Raises. Definitely well versed into his agent pool here. We're gonna head to Noir now. Currently unranked, but he had a peak rating of Immortal 2. Possibly gonna be one of their flex players here. Zout, well, Kia and Noir there. Now we're gonna be heading towards scouting out Kiss. No profile available in towards his end here, which means we are left with Zoc. Here, what a unique name to start off the final member of Team Vizsla, and also no profile available here based on we only have Zout and Kia available here. Wait, that's not right. We only have like Kia and I believe Noir available in terms of scouting out here, scouting out that one. How is everything going towards on your end so far? Are you stacking on that Red Bulls there, Arashi?
I still got a whole bunch of Red Bulls. I'm sure I told you before. They just keep sending me Red Bulls to my house at random. I've still got a bunch of those kind of sitting around. In fact, I might crack into one shortly. But you know, I don't want to miss anything. I think the players are just kind of getting ready to roll. A little bit of pre-match banter going on in the party chat at the moment. But interesting. You said before, you know. One thing I want to touch on, you said, you know, some interesting names for the players here. I've always found that really fascinating when it comes to any sort of game, how people come to sort of choose their gamer tags and that sort of thing. Like, you look at a tag like, you know, 2W Kia D2WD key out. Like, you wonder, like, how that name came together. Is it just from mashing on the keyboard? Is there a meaning behind it? I'm kind of, you know, wondering how that sort of thing comes together. Like, I think, you know, your gamer tag's relatively easy to understand, but a gamer tag like that,
There's probably a lot of like meaning behind it. We got some 2Ws there. You have a Kia and then a D2, a Division 2 probably, or a WDK Kiao again, or something like that. But what a mouthful!
yeah.
It's starting to. Yeah, he took his keyboard and like rolled his forehead with it, and probably that's what came out. And I'm like, I'll take that. Possibly going towards that fight. We are getting into Abyss.
Let's go.
Finally.
Let's get it going. Abyss, last game of the Swiss series here for Red Bull Homeground New Zealand VALORANT Qualifier. Let us go into the Abyss. Let's see how these teams go. Team Onob and Team Vizsla.
Team Vizsla on the defender's side, locked in Cypher, Reslide locking in Jet, and Zoc locking in Sova, Kia locking in Reyna, and Noir hovering that Omen pick there, Cast, and he picks it. Cast looking towards this deadlock here, another agent that we haven't seen in a while. Benedy currently still hovering over that ISO, Zout hovering on that Gecko, Endless Passion hovering over that Jet, Aiden hovering over that Killjoy here. Gonna be an interesting comp here. For team sorry, what team are we on?
So I mean, we got
Vizsla
team
versus...
Yeah, Team Onob over on the attackers side. We've got Team Vizsla on the defenders.
That is
Taking
right,
it right
that is
down
right.
to the last couple of seconds to lock in.
Ooh.
Okay.
And Benedy locking in Veko, Zout locking in Astra. A lot of stars gonna be aligning here for Team Onob if they want to win here for their chances of keeping that top 4 spots or etch that top 4 spot.
Quite an interesting team comp coming out from
yeah.
from Team Onob there. I haven't seen Astra before,
Yeah.
so this is a new one for me.
Astra is a controller. He goes in towards her astral form, places stars on around the map, and pretty much those stars can be activated into abilities. One can be a vulnerables, one can be a smoke. Yeah, well, it's gonna be a lot of one can be as you can see here on my stream.
I just
That's her astral form there.
I just swapped over to Zad. I'm like, what is going on here? Like popping things all over the map. This is kind of wild.
Yeah, this is Astra for you. She's placing stars towards A side, mid, and B side here. Getting more down, one final one towards that A side. Looks like it's gonna be them for that one. They're gonna have to go for a mid fight here, taking spots and mid. Zoc gonna be a blind one here for that smoke from Astra. But mid's already taken by them. It's gonna be just have to deciding on who goes in. Re-slide. Two out.
Oh my goodness, already down to the last
Spike
one.
down mid.
It's all up to Aiden.
Team Vizsla here, definitely eviscerating the rest of Team Onob here. In form of Aiden. Aiden on the 25 HP and a dream. Versus three people from Team Vizsla here. Get smoked off. You're gonna have to pop out in there to get your spike back or kill those three. Get taken down by Noir here. What a game so far.
It's just the first round. Vizsla taking it out. Okay, good beginning for them.
Ooh, what a round here. So that's your introduction to Astra.
Yeah, wow. Interesting stuff so far. Yeah, definitely to sort of research a little bit about how that astral form works, but from what we are seeing here, the Team Vizsla composition are well prepared for this. First round.
Benedy starting off with a Dizzy here to get in towards side, showing some presence towards A side here. Vizsla definitely getting some shots in, tags out a little bit here, triggering the rest of the team to go for a rotate, but it's a 1-for-1 here. Aiden taking it down.
Reslide's coming down. Don't you walk out. Don't you walk out of there, Aiden. Back off. Reslide. Just gonna take him out for that.
You might be able to get one here. And Reslide takes down Zout. It's now a 3v4. Oh,
wow.
Oh, Zoc gets Aiden.
Just like that, we're now down to 4v2.
It is gonna be another one here.
Gun here.
They still haven't decided on which side to take over. Here, Cass leading the charge, but
30
Vizsla
seconds left.
getting ready for
Yeah,
that.
he was ready for that.
Spike
Will he be?
down A.
Oh, gets rid of Dizzy here, and takes down Benedy here.
I'm just seeing my chat at the
by
moment.
these names here.
My chat are not fans of the agent selections from the side of Onob here. So, I mean, so far Vizsla are kind of taking them to town. Let's hope that Onob can bring it back here. 2 rounds up for Vizsla here into round 3.
You can see why, in terms of like team compositions, I can see what they were going for here. But not particularly sure. Gecko definitely has that automated spots for planting sites here. Benedy. Ooh, Endless Passion takes down Norm.
It's Passion,
Dizzy
nicely
going
done.
down.
Kiao takes them out though.
Kiao gets one. It's now a 3v4. Team Onob. There you go. Benedy getting
goodness, he's
wingman
blinded.
down.
Spike
There goes
planted.
Aiden.
Aiden takes down Vizsla here for the first time in this game. Team Onob seems to get an edge here, but Cass looking like she's gonna be struggling here with just 10 HP and a dream, but takes down Cow. Zoc takes down Benedict, and Zout finally getting their first game, or first round for Team Onob here. 2-1 in the favor of Team Vizsla here.
Onob is back in business.
It's a bit of a different round there for Team Vizsla. Started to take off on the mid site there, but we are now in the bonus round. Everyone here has a rifle. Everyone here has some sort of like shields. It's gonna be interesting. Ooh, Team Vizsla pushing up mid here.
Pushing up big time.
Let's see.
Jeez. Oh, Endless Passion's out.
Takes down is the first casualty there for Team Onob.
It's out versus Reslide. Not going to make it happen yet.
What a good pick there for Team Vizsla. If you're Team Onob here, you're gonna have a hard time going to decide on which side you're about to retake. If I were them, I wouldn't be going towards that B side in there. Aiden trying to get info on how many people are there in that side. Sees nothing, no one but Noir here. But Benedict and the rest of Team Onob is trying to scout out some more people if they can find here. It's out in their astral form, putting in that smoke. It looks like they're gonna have to decide to go commit here at a site. Here, Benedict gonna have to clear those traps.
Something's about to happen over at the A tower. Looks like the attackers are
Vizsla
going
getting
in for
knocked
something.
down here. Vizsla's blind.
He's blinded. He's blinded, but he still makes it happen. Zout coming through to take out
12 seconds
Benedict.
remaining on the timer.
10 seconds left.
Vizsla
Carry
gets
is
down.
down.
And
Flawless
Zoc
victory.
takes down Aiden. What
Bam.
a round there. Vizsla already has his ult because of that round. What a good set of kills there for Team Vizsla.
Right here. Right
Aiden on the side of Team Onob has their ults as well, and so does Benedict. It's going to be interesting on how this one plays out. Looks like they're currently poised to go towards A site here. Might be different. Might go for another play here. Ooh, another play here at mid. Another play here at mid here.
Endless Passion going to try and take out Vizsla. Gets him with the shoddy. Amazing.
Oh my lordy. They're going towards the mid here. Going towards A site here. It's a free
Fully locked down on A.
here
Yeah.
so far for Team Onob. Getting at that plant down. Endless Passion
Spike planted.
has the advantage here in terms of peekers. Ooh,
Boom,
Cash takes down
headshot from
Cal.
Cass. Tries to get Noir. Not going to happen though. Well done. Whoa, no, swapping
no.
weapons. Ooh, risky play from KT Noir, but to stay alive.
It's out in there. Reslide gets in there. What's happening there at A? Plant's been
bomb.
down. It's gonna be Zoc.
I'm the bomb
Going for
and
the
I'm about
entry.
to
It's a
blow up.
2v2 here.
The defuse.
Gets smoked out. Gonna have to hold here.
Hold on, hold on.
Will it
Player
happen?
standing.
No, just barely.
Oh, what a thrifty round on the side of Team
Oh, but the
Onob.
bomb went off.
Getting in there.
Oof. Okay, 3
Almost
to 2.
there. Almost there. They had to commit there towards that defuse. Unfortunately.
Almost had it too. Almost had it.
Yeah. Almost had it too. He had to die towards Mosh there. What a good timing for the using of util for Team Onob there in the form of Benedict. What a way to just mollied off the site and trusted his gut instinct that it will actually be taken, and they'll just have to defend here. Making noise at A now.
Yeah, it looks like where we want to go. A side's where the action's going to be. Vizsla waiting for somebody to try and walk into his
Cage
line
to
of
on
sight.
the wire.
Endless Passion in
Endless
a risky
Passion.
spot.
Trying to get They're just trying to take down a lot of the traps here, giving a good safe entry, and now they're starting to go for some mid presence here. Endless Passion trying to take out one. He sees Kiao, but Vizsla takes down Zhao.
Couldn't make it happen. Vizsla taking
Ooh,
practically
Cass
no
gets
damage.
a reslide.
Stay down.
Ooh, Endless Passion takes down Zoc here.
Backs off.
We'll
Nicely
have
done.
to see if Vizsla has a... We'll have to see if Vizsla gets a good view on who's coming towards the backside here of A, but I am not sure he's aware on who's going to be around here.
30 seconds
He
left.
might be able to have someone.
Trick shots.
Takes one. Vizsla takes
One
one.
almost got
Vizsla going
two.
down to Benede. It's going to be a 2v3 for the side of Team Onob here. What an interesting match so far.
There goes the absolute spike has been planted. It's going to force Kiao to try and move in here. Endless Passion ready though. Oi!
Remaining.
Just like that. KT Noir, last man standing on the side of Vizsla.
Go. My ultimate is ready.
Okay, managed to take out
Noir.
Endless Passion. That bomb about to blow up. I don't think he's going to make it happen. Yeah, KT Noir just going to back off. Take the L on this one. Keep himself safe.
Just gonna have to save your gun here. Risky jump there, but a good combo towards that teleport there. KT Noir safe, but it's now a 3-3. Another close game.
Tied up. We are tied up. Yes, we could be in for another long haul match. I think on this map in particular, it's kind of interesting. There seems to be a lot of sort of open space when it comes to this map compared to the other ones we've seen. I think there's a lot more sort of wandering around in positions to be attempting to cover all at once. But so far, both teams seem to know their way around it, you know, relatively well. They were saying in the lobby before, they haven't played on this map. I'm not sure.
Out of my way.
I'm not sure if that's true or not, but nonetheless.
It's gonna be interesting here. We have a jet off
You want your money?
here.
Wow.
Endless Passion gets one, gets two,
Gets two,
and
flies
gets
over.
another one.
I got the spike.
2v3. Onob with the man advantage here.
Aiden takes
But
out
Aiden
Vizsla.
takes down Vizsla.
It's all up to Zalk.
Spike planted.
Tried to fire off the
Shot
shot.
with a sheriff and a dream here. I wonder how he's gonna take this on.
He's outnumbered.
Aiden has access to his cameras here. He might be able to detect on where Zoc is gonna be. Zoc takes out his trap. Aiden knows that. Aiden gets a sight in there, but the rest of the gang found out where he is.
He wasn't prepared for
And-
them to be there to back him up. He was like, oh man, I thought I could take on the 1v1, but definitely not the 1v3. Get me out of here. 4-3 now to the side of Team Onob.
A lot of the people in your chat are not a fan of the team composition here for Team
No,
Onob. but
that's-
it's working
that's what
well
I
for
saw,
them
yeah.
so far. It's working with well so far.
They're
Don't
bringing
knock
it back
till you
big
try it, I
time.
guess.
Don't
It's
knock
just
it
a
until you
lot.
try it. Indeed, we, you know, perhaps an unconventional sort of lineup here, but they're making it work out well. All right, how is this one going to go?
Zoc
Vizsla
trying
on the
to get
aggressive?
one. He gets out. Takes out there. What? Cast. Taking down Vizsla here. Another good fight here. Endless Passion might be able to see Zoc here. But it
There
gets
goes the
smoked
smoke.
down. Let's
Don't you
see
get
if
out of that
Zoc.
smoke. Something bad's going to happen to you.
Let's see if Zoc is gonna be ready for when that smoke disappears. Soon he backs
Backs
off.
Goes for it again. Endless Passion's
Does
going to
he
go
want-
in.
Does he want the smoke here? Astra's
I know
orbs.
exactly where you are.
Oh, takes down Zoc.
Okay, Endless Passion going to go ham. Kiao spotted.
Ooh.
Alrighty.
What a good shot there by Kiao, but now it's a 4v3 though. Wingman planting down the spike.
Spike planted.
It's gonna be a hectic one here. Will they be able to go in for that spot? Deadlock walls going down.
The defuse, Noir attempting something here.
Molly's popping out. Towards here, Astra Orbs still going for that vulnerable spot there. Cass takes down Noir. Cal takes down Benedict. Zout with the dream.
I have them now.
Kiao losing there to that deadlock.
Oh.
And it looks like his dreams are gonna be out there. If you're the only one person and you got deadlock ulted, it's an easy round.
Big
3,
GG's.
5. Yeah, that's how deadlock works. Again, like a very unconventional. It's something that you haven't seen yet in terms of team composition here, but what a I wouldn't say like weird. It's very unconventional. It's really working for Team Onob here. You plant down the spike. Wingman's with Wingman, Deadlock guarding the spike with her walls. Aiden for information there. Even the reslide takes down Benedict.
Benedict's out of there pretty quickly. Tried to take him on head on, and it did not go the way he wanted it to. However, let's see.
Now with 27,
towards the
29
B-side.
HP here. Aiden looking towards danger here. Will he make the jump? He does make it. A lot of people die down there.
Checks out the
We'll
nade.
see if they get a spot here. Aiden
So gonna go in, gets taken
takes
out by
down
Aiden.
Vizsla.
Cage trigger, cage trigger.
Trying to get that one there. Aiden.
Spots ya, takes out two at once.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my goodness, Noir is going ham.
Here.
Noir for that 3k there. Getting a sniff on who was around the backside there. Aiden, not much visuals going on towards that. And if you're on that backside, but made it work. Team Vizsla on the board once again, 4-5 in favor of Team Onob.
Huge play there from Noir. The whole sort of team from Onob was bunched up together, and Noir manages to make it up into the skyline, take out like 3 or 4 within the matter of seconds. It was like, perhaps an unfortunate circumstance for those players to all be bunched up together like that, but Noir with the brilliant positioning and the reactions to boot. We are almost even here, but Onob are still in the lead.
All now poised to attack B site here. Meanwhile, Endless Passion trying to catch some people out here at mid. Gonna have to see. He sees Noir at mid.
It's been spotted.
Vizsla getting a good visual on who possibly gonna be attacking on B side here. He's not wrong though. He might simply see some action pretty soon in there. Endless Passion going to regroup with everyone. They are prepping definitely for a B side attack here. We are gonna have to. Ooh, Reslide gets on cast.
Gas is out. Endless Passion also out of there. Reslide keeping themselves in, but taken out by Zout.
Benedict, 30 HP and a dream here. Puts down Wingman. Vizsla
Spike stick.
gonna have to
Last
go.
player standing.
Oh.
Takes down Benedict.
On hiding.
He doesn't know that Zout is just right there. Zout takes down here. Gets knocked down by Noir, but all 3 of them get a visual on where he was. It is now 5-5. It is another close one here. It is a nail biter. I am not sure which way this game is going to be swinging towards.
I can't call it.
But it's
I cannot call it.
It's definitely going to be a battle of endurances here. You've already kicked off
Caution
with
here.
game 1 here. And it's going to be a tricky one because you're rank 3 and rank 4. You want to keep your spot to be in that
Caution
top
here.
4. Ooh, it's going to be a tricky one here. B side
Right
currently stacked on the side of Team Vizsla.
Like I said, that's where
Aiden.
Onob wanted to be before, so we're going to try and focus there. However, a little bit of a switch in the strategies right now. Endless Passion making the
Out.
push though. Getting up the mid lane. goes for the shot. He misses the shot, and Focus Vizsla takes out the captain of Onob.
Vizsla definitely going for that shot there. They now down a person here for the side of Team Onob. Currently, Zout gonna have to, but Vizsla takes him down.
Oof.
What
Vizsla,
an anchor
well played.
for the team of Vizsla here in the form of Vizsla, without a doubt for sure.
Over there.
Basically,
We're
just like
running
you want to
towards-
try and go into the A side. You're not gonna have a good time. Go away. Try B. See what happens instead. Aiden though making some plays. Benitti's been taken out though. Vizsla again.
Vizsla on a 3K here. They know
Using
where
light
Cast
on.
is. He's
No escape.
poised to get another ace here.
Last
If he sees
player
Cast,
standing.
he's on a
Four.
4K.
Down
30
A.
seconds left.
Do you want your ace here, Vizsla? You know where Aiden is. Will you be able to see that one?
He looked
And
away
Vizsla
for just
for
a
the
second.
ace.
Oh my
Ace.
goodness.
Vizsla
Last
for that
round in
ace
the
here. I believe that's your first ace. Well, not really your first ace. It's like one
I
of the few
think-
aces that we've seen in this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely one of the few that we've seen. It looked like Aiden looked away, looked towards the wrong direction for just a fleeting moment, allowing Vizsla to get that opportunity. And as the team captain, you're making a statement with that one. You're saying, hey, this is who you're messing with
Okay.
right now.
Let's get set up.
Focus up. See how we go for... We swap sides. 6 and 5 going to the favor of Vizsla right now.
Yeah, monster on the loose.
Ooh. Well, nothing
Okay.
for the side of Team Benedict here. Gonna have to go down. They now have full
Oh,
control towards
Zalp,
A
what are you
side
doing?
here. Endless Passion
You want to fight?
and Aiden.
He looked non-responsive. He was just standing there,
Time their vision.
and Endless Passion is like, okay, free kill for me.
Exactly where you
One enemy remaining.
Wow.
Flawless.
To close down on Cal. What a good use of the Astro Wall
Switching
there.
sides.
Just for information, that Astro Wall
Race it to the
blocks
side.
out noise and vision at the same time. Used there on the last round. Here
I see,
before
I
the
see.
switch. We are going towards halftime on another 6-6.
Another draw game at this point of the match. It's wild. We've had a great night of Valorant action for anybody checking out, you know, what we're going through right now. First match was an absolute banger. Looking like the second is going to be much of the same, but you know, the stakes are so high here in this match. You do not want to be the one to lose here, because your opportunities to make it to the finals could potentially be dashed. But here we are, 6 and 6. We have now swapped sides. It is Vizsla on the attack and Onob on defense. Really great plays from both teams so far. I think that last round was a big one. Here we are. Reslide going in, takes out Aiden. B sides wheel, the
What a
action
good
is-
Spike planted.
good spot there by Reslide. Definitely
very aggressive
going
round, already
towards his-
planting. Yeah.
Just no time to waste for this pistol round. Planted towards the backside here.
And his passion's out.
KT Noir. KT Noir.
Take them out. Conceal
Getting
me.
taken down by Zout.
Zout gets-
It's now
Wow.
a retake here. Benedict.
Whoa!
And
What the?
Zoc
Not ready yet.
That was
Zoc
sick.
with
that
that
was
3K.
Right here.
The 3K from Zork to take the lead here. Vizsla 7 and 6 right now. With plays like that, you can see why. He was just absolutely poised and ready for those players to walk into his line of sight. He's been on the Red Bulls, people. He's got that Aegon by AOC monitor, and he's playing on that Logitech peripheral. Is that true? I'm not sure, but that's probably going to be the case to be able to get a dub like that. Here we are, though. Round
Take flight.
number...
Another B-side
14.
rush. But Team Onob, they're all stacked at A.
Oof,
No one's
okay.
guarding that other site. They were predicting probably a mids push here, but
Re-entry for B.
no one knows where everyone is. If,
They don't
if
know yet.
Team
They're chilling.
Vizsla only knew so far.
Looks like
No
Kiel's got the confidence to make the play. Well, okay, well, nobody's over here. All good.
Nobody's over here. It's a ghost town here. It's a free plant. But it looks like Team Ono might have to go for the retake here if
Free side's
they
planted.
are safe.
Yep, there we go.
Spike planted.
Come
They're gonna
our
go for
way and
retake
see
now
what
here.
happens.
They're gonna go for a retake here. We'll see what they're gonna have to be doing here towards this side. Cath leading the charge.
The
Sees
recon
the trap.
from Vissla. He's covering a very pivotal spot on the map. But here we go though, Vissla.
It's a
Firefight is on.
oh, Vissla getting tagged there.
My camera is destroyed.
My killer is destroyed. Trying to stake out Endless Passion.
It's gonna
Not
be a
happen.
war zone in mid here. Oh, Zout going down.
Oh no! Fallen off the map. First time we've seen that actually. Oh wait, someone else has fell too. Oh,
One enemy remaining.
they gave up. They said no, no, no. We can't do it. We can't do it.
They were
Oh,
like, no, not like this.
Nap time.
why no? Oh,
Only bright enough for me.
what's going on?
You're not gonna get us out alive here. 8-6 for Team Vissla here.
Just to deny them the opportunity to get like some more money or anything like that. It's you know, one way to sort of accept defeat, but to deprive the other team of the opportunity to build more resources. Okay, I see this. I see the strategy.
I
there.
see that. We see the strats. We see the reasons. We see how they're thinking here. But everyone was there was no one around that B side giving them time to plant the spike, let the timer go off, and fight people at mid. What a strat for
Vissla fighting
there.
for
A bit of an
maximum
oopsie
range.
there for Gonna
We
be an
got a,
oopsie there for Team Onub for the last round.
Carrier is dead.
Battle of the leaders, Cass.
Oh, Carrier is
Takes on
dead.
Zauk.
Zauk is down. Gonna have to pick up that spike there. But Cass takes down Vissla.
Reslide.
Not
Getting going
much.
here. Takes out Aiden.
Like,
Lock in sight. Lock in sight.
Reslide takes out Aiden. Here.
Had the high ground too,
They
but
have
does
HN.
it again. 3 for Reslide.
Gonna have to plant the spike here. But Cass gonna have to wait for his partner in crime here in the form of Endless Passion.
Player standing.
Oh my goodness, KT Noir going in to get one more on the board. It is all up to Endless Passion to try and bring this one back in a 1v3 situation. Not going to be easy, and in fact, it's not going to happen at all. I barely got to finish my sentence, and he's dead. So 9 and 6 for Vissla.
And just like that, Vissla has the lead here for this game. Team Onob starting to lose that endurance for these games here. Not a lot of, that's a lot of rounds. That's a lot of rounds to be dealing with if you are Team Onob here. But Team Vissla looking poised to go on the attack here at A. It's all stacked up here. Gonna be a war zone here. Walls up. Benedis down. Reslide gets a has the access towards the orb here. Will he take it? He will not. Reyna going for that leer.
Oh!
He is currently blind.
Cast, what are you doing? Goes for the trick shot. Does not work out, and they are gone.
A
Okay.
bit of a Looney Tunes around
Last
here
player standing.
for Team
It seems that
Onob.
way.
Planted.
But
South
there we go.
gets one though.
Second one.
Gonna have to get tagged here. 45 HP and a dream.
Get that Red Bull. You gotta be
Noir
stealing that
gets
Red Bull. The
him.
reactions were off from Zout. Couldn't get the shot fast enough. 10 and 6 now. Dominance coming through from the side of Vissla. 3 more, and they will be moving on to the top 4 of this event.
I should probably
What
be right
a round there. Noir going for that teleport, making Zout panic there, and triggered the rest of the gang to just like, hey, come up shop. I got someone here for you. What a round for Team Vissla here.
He just wanted to
Now it
have.
looks
He
like-
just wanted to have a quick word, and I don't think it was going to be a nice one. But anyway, let's see how we are. Round
Good combo,
17.
though.
Big combos
Finity
coming
getting
in.
tagged here by Sova. They know where he is. Endless Passion
Noir's
takes down
out.
Noir. Reslide
backs
and the
off.
rest of the gang. Reslide and the rest of the gang gonna be having to go in here. Endless Passion. Looking like no one. He's not gonna be seeing anyone towards that mid because everyone's gonna be rotating from spawn here towards A site. Vizsla starting to get poised here
Aiden has
to
got the
going
vision.
for the attack. Will
He's
he
got his
see
camera.
that plants?
They found my wire.
Nope, he knows they're there.
Trap is down.
Here we go.
Everyone is in sight now. It's gonna be a retake. 4v5.
Camera taken out.
Vizsla in the lead. 10-6 here. Plant is gonna be coming down soon. Vizsla sees Aiden.
Shot, but Reslide
Oh,
takes out two
Reslide.
just like that. Tries to get a third.
One
Not gonna happen.
enemy
Aiden's out
remaining.
though. It's all up to Endless Passion here to try and bring this back. It's kind of falling apart for Onob at the moment. 1v3
Attack 79
situation.
health remaining. Ooh. Cypher's just, and you're right there, but Vizsla ready for it. Endless Passion not gonna be able to save one for his team here. 11-6 for Team Vizsla here.
Beautiful.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but like Focus Vizsla looks like he is one of the teams, one of the teammates of Focus GG.
I did
here.
see that. I was gonna say something earlier. I was like, huh, maybe he's just being kind of, split apart from the rest of the group to try and, carve his own path here, which seems to be working out well because Vizsla is, of course, 2 rounds away from taking out this map.
Will
Endless
he
Passion
be
in a bad
meeting
spot.
Focus GG?
Gotta run away there. A side is a
Reslide
dangerous
already in
place.
the sight. Gets a sight of Endless Passion, takes him down.
High ground.
Now they have to. They know where Zite is. They know where Zout is. Towards here, but Reslide might have the pick here. Benedict going down from good job for KT Noir.
One enemy remaining.
And takes
goes
down
for another
Zout.
one.
Reslide gonna be going down here. He knows where Cast is, but Cast has a
gets
good
two.
reflex here. 2Ks for
3! Hasn't been touched yet!
Gets 3.
Hold on.
1v2.
Nothing there.
Oh, nothing there.
Goes for 4. Couldn't quite get it. Too slow, and it's 12-6.
Vizsla gets
Match
him down in the end. 12-6. Vizsla
It was
being
so
undefeated
close.
so far here in this half. We were 6-6 before, but Vizsla looking to take a whole round of attack side here.
Absolutely crazy.
One
stuff.
round remaining here. Ooh. Looks
make team
like
Vizsla go aggro. That's where it all comes together. One more round, and they will take it.
Barrier deployed. Without a stop.
looks
Looks like
like the chat is about to pop off here. And Benedict
takes
takes
out
down Zoc.
Okay,
Just
okay.
4v5 remaining. Attackers poised on going B site. What a good fake here. Will it work out? Vizsla showing his presence down here. Oh, but Reslide takes him down.
Okay. Benitti's run off. A side is completely empty. We're all focusing on the B. Here we go. Zout,
Yeah, takes out
Zout.
Zout.
We got
It's
bars.
gonna be Benedict. It's gonna be here. Might be able to get some vision towards here. Endless Passion working well. But little did he know, Vizsla is just right there behind.
Oh my goodness, Cast trying to go for the
2v1.
defuse. It's not going to happen. That is it. 13-6 going to the side of Team Vizsla.
What a game there for Team Vizsla. Tying it up with Team Onob, but didn't get there in the end. Vizsla going for an undefeated streak on that attack side, and in the end, taking out the game as well. Reslide 19-11, Vizsla 15-11 there. KT Noir, a lot of kills there, 17-10. What a game so far. Now we are in our last game. We're gonna have to see how the matches play out here. Team Cryptos going for the buy here. Boosted wins by default from Team HKCO. Graphical another default win here against Team Lariton. Team Salty getting a default win against Team University of Waikato Valorante over there. Team Snowcha versus Jacob JG currently ongoing at the moment. Shenanigan Shoot versus Hungry Seekers currently going on at the moment. Team Focus GG still going on their battle against Team Cheyennes here. Team What's Wong, same thing as well against Team Theta 73. Team Ayachi gets a default loss against Team Nice. And Damon Ones taking down Team Shangarang 13 and 8. Here, we are now going towards the standings. It's looking like Team Vizsla takes up the top spot here in 6-2. We are currently waiting for Team Watswong and Focus GG to see if they win their games here. Team Onob still poised to win, take out top 4 here by the looks of things.
I think looking at the numbers, we can say without a doubt 3 teams have made it. What's Wong, Focus GG, Vizsla, all in the top 4 here. But that 4th position is still in contention. We are still going to have to wait a little bit to see who is actually going to get that. I mean, What's Wong and Focus GG guaranteed to finish up with a record of no less than 6-2. Same with Vizsla. They finish up the series 6-2. If you've got 6 dubs, you've made it. But for the team that gets the 4th spot, the record of 5-3 is kind of like as good as you're really going to be able to get based on the teams that are at that spot. And that would leave a few teams in the contention for that position. So we're going to have to wait a little bit to see where we're going to end up. I think this is going to be very exciting to see those numbers come through.
Peter, if you're Team Theta 73, you are actually gunning for that top 4 spot as well. You're going to have to go up against Team Onob here. We're just waiting for Team Theta 73. But in the meantime, for the rest of the bracket, we would like to thank Team Changarang 13, Shenanigan Shoot, Cheyenne, Graphical, Nice, Hungry Seekers, HKCO, Lariton, Team Cryptos, Team IHC, Team Snowblood Chub, Jacob JG, our boys from University of Waikato Valorante, and Team Salty. Unfortunately, you have not made it towards our top 4, but we would like to thank you for participating in these games so far. It was such a vibe to watch a few of them by the least, and it's a very, very interesting one to see these games round out so far. And
crazy stuff.
What a game so far, particularly the one that we just witnessed earlier in Team of Vizsla. Struggled in the defensive sides, trying to take a lead, starting it out at 6-6, but as soon as they get attackers, it was pretty much a breeze for them. For that one, Onob looks putting them in a dangerous spot here. Not too sure if they'll be guaranteed the top 4 spot here after the game of Theta 73 versus Focus GG over here.
Well, because Theta 73 are facing What's Wong right now, right?
What's Wong? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Theta 73 is versus What's Wong, and I believe Focus GG is battling one of the teams here. Let me give that.
They've won it.
Check.
We just got that. Focus GG going to be top of the leaderboard, 7-1
against Team Cheyenne here. So now guaranteed a top 4 spot there for Focus GG.
Top 1 spot. That's it. They've done it. They've got the top 1 position.
Ooh.
I believe. Well, once Watswong finishes their game, we should be able to see how that tiebreaker score comes into play. If Feta73 beats Watswong, Focus GG absolutely has it in the bag. But let us see here. We can see for sure.
Focus GG rounding it off the tournament with 7-1. A very impressive record there.
Let's look at how that match is actually going, because that's going to be an interesting one. Watswong and Feta73 are on Haven. We don't know what the
Ooh.
score is currently.
Interesting for Team Watswong here. Gonna be interesting in seeing what the draft is for them over there. I think you'll be able to see what the score is if you've added some people from
Oh, yeah.
were you able to were you
Yeah.
able to add some
Oh,
people
12 and
from
8.
Team
12 and
Watswong
8.
then?
I'm not sure what side that's to, though.
Ooh.
Like, I don't know if that's to...
Was it who's the player you added? Is it
Oh,
is it
Watswong.
from Team Watswong?
Yeah.
Okay, so 12-8, so it's gonna be it's Team Watswong that's 12
Oh,
and Team 7 Feta 73 at 8 here. You're
okay,
one
so...
round away from one round away, Team Feta 73. If they pick this up, they're gonna have to stay in the contention, but if they lose this, they're gonna be out of contention for that top 4 spot, sadly.
And there's kind of like, you know, there's not much else to it. Once this result comes in, we'll be able to see on the standings page who the top 4 are. Like, those numbers will not change. So once that result does come in, we'll be able to say who the top 4 teams are going to be, and I'm really excited about that. That's something for me. Just seeing the names come through is like, ooh, my hands are rubbing together. I'm excited to see how it all goes down. We got to see some amazing matches of Valorant over the last couple of weeks, but to decide who makes it through to the top 4 double elimination bracket to try and represent Aotearoa in the Red Bull Homeground event over in Tokyo, Japan. Oh, I cannot wait to find out. This match is probably about to wrap up. Still says 12 and 8 for me. I don't think it's over yet. Definitely focused up right now.
It's a shenanigans shoot and Hungry Seeker still
12 and 9, 12 and 9. It's still in
games.
contention.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what is happening towards that game over there. Definitely a even though we're not in game, we're still like tensed up.
Still
like,
hype, yeah.
Still waiting to find out. It is that close, ladies and gentlemen, especially for the top 4 spot here. Damon 1 boosted and Team Ona both rocking the final score of 5-3. Will Team Feta 73 be one of those teams in contention for that top 4 spot as well?
Because we'll see that the little tiebreaker score kind of work itself out after that result comes through. The team that has got the highest, how do you say that word?
Difference, is it?
Bookholt score? You'll see when you hover over the T.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the highest score there is going to be the one that kind of makes it through, you know? So...
Okay.
Let's see how we go here.
Bookholt score on 69. Nice. For Team Feta 73 there. 96. Nice. For Team Boosted. Going for that top 6 spot. Damon 1's leading with a 1-1 with Team Ona with 117 for that score there.
12-10. 12-10 Diggsy K. It's still going.
12-10 is gonna be wild. Team Feta 73 definitely wanting those rounds, fighting for their life here. Team Ona is gonna be shaking in their boots here. It all hangs in the balance on how Team Watsuwong delivers here. If you are Team Onab, you want Team
You
Watsuwong
want them to
to
lose.
yeah, you would want them to lose for the chance of Feta 73 not be in this score so far. You would want to get like as many rounds if for Team Watsuwong here, but it's still a is it still a 12-10
It's still 12-10 from what I can see. I'm still
match
looking at it.
point? Match point here. By the looking at the standings so far, because it's currently 5-2 for Feta 73, they're gonna they're gonna be tied up
13.
for the match score.
13-10. It just came
Oh,
in.
13-10.
Just came in.
Did Feta 73 get enough points or scores to get through up against Team Onob here?
I'm gonna
Score
keep
of
on
69
refreshing.
here and 117 here. Both teams will be tied for 5-3 in that scoreline.
Once this number
Would
updates, I'm going to keep refreshing on my side. Once that number updates, we
I
will
am
have the top 4.
I am refreshing like a mo over here. I am very nervous. Unfortunately, we have some games currently still going on by the looks of things. Looks like they're gonna have to wait here. We still have Team Snowbla, Team Snowbla Chubb here, and Jacob JG still running it. We have
Still
to
going.
wait for them to finish their matches over there. But man, what a tournament it has been so far. Nothing's currently guaranteed until all the matches have been played. It's always been a nail biter for these games here. Ooh. It looks like things all already been updated to the lower bracket side towards Team Snowblood Chubb and Team Jacob JG. Will it be still the same to here? Yeah, I think so far everything's starting to just getting played out here. It's a round robin for this past few weeks. Yeah, we're gonna have to still wait for Team Jacob JG to wrap up those games there. I am so nervous.
On the edge of my absolute seat right now. I can't wait to see how it all goes down. I think also, based on the order of the top 4, you'd be able to kind of work out how those matches are going to look next week as well, which would be interesting to see. Typically, we'd probably be seeing something like top of the leaderboard versus the bottom, and the 2 teams in the middle facing off, and then what would happen after that? We'd kind of have the 2 winning teams face each other, the 2 losing teams face each other, and then we kind of work something out from there. But currently, of course, Focus GG sitting in that top 1 position. I'm still refreshing my page. We haven't got an update yet on those last couple of games. Just keep on refreshing.
Refreshing, and there. Ooh, it's still going.
Leaving us in suspense.
Yeah, I am still refreshing as much as I can here. Shout out to my chat here.
Big
Oh,
shout out to
if you're
all
currently
Digsy K's chat. Much love.
and big shout out to the Flightless stream over there as well. Also, big shout out to possibly one of the people who are currently streaming at the moment for these games. Big shout out to Mashed. Mashed, if you're currently around there. I hope you're currently still at the edge of your seat here, currently waiting
because I think he was casting Shyam's game there, so I think that would have been a good one to
Okay.
see too. Shyam unfortunately not going to be able to make the cut there when it comes to the top 4, but we got to see some great matches from that team over the last couple of weeks too.
Giving a message real quick here to Mash, see if he wants to join our call here, so that he'll be able to give us an insight on what that game was like for Team Shyams.
Hold on,
We'll
hold
have
on.
to see.
The numbers are coming in. Just waiting for that
Numbers are
last
coming
match to
in.
finish, but it looks like currently this may be set in stone very soon, but currently the top 4: What's Wong,
Ooh.
Focus GG, Visla, and Onob. Once that last match finishes, we will be able to confirm.
Team
Due to the
Fate
way-
is 73, bumping up their score from a 69 to a 90 over there. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough to even beat out teams like Boosted and Damon Ones here.
Based
Team
on the
Onan
way
looks-
that Bookholt score works, it's basically if you are sort of like beating teams that are also beating a lot of people, you get more points. If you're beating teams that are kind of towards the lower end of the leaderboard, you get less points. So basically, the people at the top, What's Wong, got the most dubs on the strongest teams, if that makes sense.
Currently in contention so far.
The last match, just waiting for it to finish, and then we'll be able to get a confirmed Bookholt's score, and we will then be able to see who has made it.
Yeah. Well, what matches are currently still going? Still Jacob JG. Wow, this is actually such a like intense match by the looks of things.
Yeah.
It's going in there. They're currently in bind at the moment. One is starting to wonder like what are the teleports working overtime over there. Ooh. So far, what a round. So for what this is from the top 4 so far, Team What's Wong still clenching up that top spot with their buckled score of 117. Triple ones for Focus GG over here. Team Vizsla with a good old secure spot for top 3, and Onob just edging it out with the rest of the 5-3 score lines over there with a score of 123. It is definitely a final. I wonder how long. It started 30 minutes ago. It started. I'm not too sure if it's still going. Team Snowblood Chubb and Team Jacob JG. It's starting to make me wonder like what are the games like in there for them over there. But yeah, chat. Hope you guys are enjoying the games that we've presented to you so far. A big massive shout out to our sponsors as well, Red Bull Homeground. A massive shout out to Red Bull giving us wings throughout the weeks of these games so far. Not particularly easy to be able to spectate one of these and still give you guys the good old entertaining value that you guys deserve over there at home. Massive shout out to New Zealand Esports and the Hyperfiber League as well for setting up a wonderful tournament, giving us a chance for the teams of that are here in New Zealand and some parts of Australia as well, to represent the good old region of OCE up there in Japan for the chance to go for an APAC qualifier. And massive shout out to AOG and Logitech as well for sponsoring our event here so far.
Much love to all the sponsors, all of the teams, and all of the people that made this event happen. Whether it's people that are out there in the chat, whether it's the players themselves coming through to give it their all, or whether it is somebody behind the scenes helping all of these matches run smoothly and making this opportunity happen for New Zealand Valorant. Of course, I am a newcomer to the scene. I've really enjoyed my time here. Massive shout out to Digsy K for helping me out along the way and just being able to make this experience as great as it could possibly be. I would love to be able to do more things like this, and I'm sure Digsy K, you'd be feeling the same. Of course, we're gonna wait to see how these next couple of weeks go.
Massive shout out to the Flightless Esports chat as well. Massive shout out to Arashi as well. Shout out for holding it down for the rest of the weeks here. What a good journey that we had so far for this 4 weeks. I was really nervous starting out. My week 1 definitely, but as the weeks gone by, it started to feel natural now, and it's
You're killing it.
It's like no thanks to the nerves, but a massive shout out to Arashi for getting down with me here on stream. A lot of moments and analysis going on towards in-game and outside of game as well. So let us know how Arashi, what are the streams gonna be going on your end after today?
So after today, I mean, I've got a last Street Fighter 6 tournament happening tomorrow night for the Let's Play Live Showdown series that I've been doing for the last 11 weeks or so. So that'll be the end of the Street Fighter 6 series there tomorrow night. Nothing else really planned for the rest of the week. We're going to be back in business next Monday with the Tekken 8 weeklies. And then I guess we'll see what happens next Tuesday. I don't know if we'll have some more Valorant for people to see, or if it's just going to be a nice opportunity for me to have a little bit of a rest for a while. But yeah, that's kind of the plans on my side. How about yourself, Digsy K? Anything else big sort of coming up for you?
Nothing much on my end. It's just gonna be possibly waiting for what's gonna be happening for the next week of this event. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a live one for towards the if it's gonna be for the live event or yeah, we're gonna have to wait news on that, but nonetheless, it's been a wonderful journey here for in casting these weekly games so far. It was definitely a nail biter for some of them. Ooh, Jacob JG winning by a default against Snowblood Chub. It is just now been confirmed, and with that, the final standings are official. Team What's Wong, Team Focus GG, Team Vizsla, and Team Onob are officially your top 4 going through the finals for a double elimination bracket here.
Amazing.
Really.
We got to see all 4 of those teams here tonight. Isn't that great?
Yeah, it is. It is such a pleasure to watch all of them duke it out against each other, nonetheless. And it's, yeah, especially with Team Vizsla and Team Onob, Team What's Wrong versus Focus GG there. What a round of games there. Arashi definitely getting the pulls there, getting the vibes. Shout out to massive shout out to you for getting these games in towards today. We definitely got to see top tier games towards the final 2 weeks of this event. Well, it has been a wild ride so far. I believe that'll be me for tonight. for the rest of Flightless Esports chat over there. Massive shout out to you guys. Have fun for tomorrow on your Street Fighter stream. I might
Cheers.
pop in there and see. I might pop in there, gonna say some probably like some highs and hellos over there, giving some oohs and ahs. But nonetheless, it's been a wonderful night. Thank you so much, Arashi, and I'll be seeing you hopefully next week for the live event. Fingers crossed. But
See how
if
we
it
go,
works
eh?
out, it works out. Gonna be a good travel for you, probably up here in Oakland, or definitely I'll be traveling to where the event is going to be if we are gonna be there. But we'll have to wait and see. But it was a journey, it was a ride, and it was definitely a pleasure to be alongside you in casting these games, Arashi. Massive shout out, and I bid you adieu.
Bid you adieu as well, Diggsy K. Massive shout out to you as well. Big thank you and have a great night, my friend. We'll catch you later. Okay, well, with that in mind, people, that is going to be the end of the coverage for the Swiss bracket part of Red Bull Homeground, the New Zealand Valorant qualifier. We have found out who the top 4 teams are going to be. We got to see them all in action tonight, and it is Team What's Wong, Team Focus GG, Team Visla, and Team Onob, who we will be seeing in the top 4 event starting next Tuesday. Now, I believe from here, Dixie K is saying, we're talking about a live event that's going on. That's where the final set of matches is going to be played, I believed. But when it comes to the top 4, we've got to figure out kind of where these teams are going to stack up over the course of the double elimination bracket, right? There's 4 teams going in. They've got 2 lives. You lose 2 matches, you're out of the event. You win a match, you continue to progress. So we'll be able to see those 4 teams battle it out starting from next Tuesday. From there, we will be able to see who the top 2 teams are, and then after that, we will be able to find who the finalists will be, and they will be competing at a live event, which we'll have more details on eventually as they come. But big thank you everybody who tuned in to support. Over the last couple of weeks, like, I'm not a Valorant player, I've said that many times, but I've had a great time coming through, and hopefully you've enjoyed what I've had to brought to the table. But we'll be back with Street Fighter 6 tomorrow night. Tune in for that. Have a great night, people, and we will see you next time.